With around 300 different indigenous groups, each having their own distinct culture, Indonesia is one of the most ethnically diverse countries in the world. Sumatra, the westernmost of its 13,000 islands, is home to 6 of these peoples, collectively known as the Batak. Of these 6 peoples, the Karo Batak live around the town of Barastagi. A quiet, peaceful town. You're just as likely to see a buffalo on the road as you are a bus. Every week, though, the town comes alive with Karo Batak people from outlying villages. They flock here on market day to sell everything from animals to vegetables to handicrafts. The Karo Batak first settled in the hills around Barastagi, where volcanic activity reveals the forces of nature at work. They built their huge longhouses here, some of which are over 300 years old. Modern materials are used these days to extend their lifespan, but their original construction relied on natural materials, timber for their shell and ijakpal for their thatched roofs. The remains of an abandoned longhouse show how precise the construction and engineering were for their time. These longhouses once organized Karo Batak society politically and economically. Today, an elected village captain plays those roles. This young boy represents the last generation that will live in these longhouses, as they are now beginning to deteriorate and become unsafe for habitation. Their modern neighbours make a startling contrast. The Karo Batak call themselves the people of the 5 clans: Ginting, Karo Karo, Perangin Angin, Sembiring, and Tarigan. They claim these clans as the origin of their people. Whoever their ancestors were, they settled in an eerie landscape where their original animist traditions are still observed, alongside their recent conversion to Christianity and Islam. Altars for offerings to the spirits are commonplace. Those same spirits are venerated in songs sung by young boys, who are expected to keep Karo Batak folklore and traditions alive. But nowhere is Karo Batak tradition more evident than at a wedding. As you approach the reception hall, the women are dressed resplendently to greet you. The groom sports attire almost as elegant as his bride's. Like his father, his dress these days is influenced by Western fashion. Tradition dictates that the groom's family pays a bride price. The payment is counted carefully. If the agreed upon amount is not paid in full, the bride's family will not give her away to their new in-laws. With financials out of the way, traditional dancing takes center stage. The men and the women dance apart, except for the happy couple themselves. In between dances, guests are invited to speak to the newlyweds. As the other guests listen, the couple are given advice on how to live happily ever after. Then it's time for gift giving. As in a Western wedding, most guests bring practical household items. Other gifts are more symbolic. The tying of a batik cloth around the couple signifies a wish for their eternal union. A fertile young hen is considered a special gift, which is believed to ensure many healthy children. Throughout the day and behind the scenes, the women of the groom's family have been diligently preparing food, and his male relatives have been cooking it. With some 500 guests to feed, the pots have to be very large. As you might expect, the food is cooked using traditional techniques. Once the food arrives, it is also eaten the traditional Karo Batak way, using only one's hands.